Yeah, so I got a tent, sleeping bag, some food, my hiking sticks, and then my metal detector. And I'm going to detect the Colorado River for gold. I'm hiking into that, down to the river with my metal detector. The whole way down is kind of this gravel with these crags, I guess you could say. I don't know, channels where water used to cut through. And we're going to be descending the whole time down to the river, Colorado, and then I think I have, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half of daylight. I'll set up my camp, and then my cousin's meeting me down here. He has like a camp grill. I've got some frozen mahi-mahi in my backpack, and I got my headlamp, so by the time we're done eating dinner and setting up our shelter, then the night I'll just be scanning the river banks, try to find a giant gold nugget. So I don't know what the White Rock Trail is. I think I want Liberty Bell Trail because they say the loop on the right is a little bit less treacherous. I think I did the one on the left in the past. It brings you straight to the hot springs, but I have a lot of gear on me. So I don't really want to have to try to get through the hot springs and the water with all this gear. I believe this, yeah, I've never done this trail, but what this does is it goes wide and around. If they found it here before, we can find it again. We have the technology. So that there must be the Liberty Arch. A natural arch. It looks like you can hike up to it that way. I'm hoping this gets me to the river because I really don't want to go over another pass right now, and that's a tall pass. But I have a feeling I might have to. So I did have to go over the pass. I don't even think I'm on the right trail. I'm following my cousin, and he has a dog with him, and I'm seeing no dog paw trails on the path, so I don't know. Allegedly I go over that pass and then hopefully I drop down, but I think last time I did, I was down in that ravine down there. But I'm exhausted because I have way too much stuff on my back, but this is a pretty view. So I guess this kind of dead end is what going off trail gets you. This is a sheer drop. I messed up. I went to the Liberty Bell Arch, and I didn't want to waste time, so instead of backtracking, I trailblazed, and after a lot of walking, this is the dead end I got to. So that's what going off the trail gets you. And I came down this, and the sun's setting, so I'm kind of fucked, honestly. All right, so we lost our sunlight, and it's not an emergency, but it's annoying. And yeah, I went way out to the right. I was lazy. I thought I'd make my own little shortcut back to the main trail, and now I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere in the dark. So my weight, I had too much weight on me, so I hate the idea of littering. I'm gonna come back and get it in the morning. But I cut my tent and my sleeping bag and my foods, and I just left them back there because I had to climb up this long rocky channel, and I was too tired. So I'm just gonna have to come grab that stuff in the morning. I think I have to walk a mile or two back up this fucking thing and then come around. So yeah, now I feel like a feather though because I cut that gear off of me. Unfortunately, that was my sleeping bag in my tent, so I don't know if I'm gonna even camp down here or maybe use my cousin's tent. Mostly I want to get down there because we don't have cell phone reception, and I know he's expecting me, so he's probably worried, like, what the hell, where is he? So I just have to do a fuckload of backtracking now. So wish me luck. So it took a while, but I am back on track. About halfway to the river. Now I'm walking on this nice gravel, so yeah. I went way off course. Way off course earlier. But now I'm back on course. It was actually kind of scary. See, my thinking that I could traverse back down and reroute into something like this is absurd because I'm in a hallway of sheer cliffs. So I was way up on this right side, and I mean, look at this. Wow. Look at that. That cliff goes all the way up there. Look at that. Yes. So I was effectively up high on this ridge. Actually, you know what? I think I'm where I was. Maybe I got up to there. I'm not sure, but I was up there and there was no way I was getting down here unless I backtracked. All right. Hope my cousin has water. I know he does, but I don't have any right now and I'm thirsty. All right, so I found my cousin and my friend Mike at the river after getting completely lost.
We made it.
I'm here now. All right, so far I dug 2 targets, ironized rocks. So there's mineralization down here. This thing's going, and yeah, we're on the river, and I'm hoping I can find a giant golden nugget so that, you know, I can just retire. This mine lab is waterproof, which is pretty nice. So you can get the coil in there, really get it in there.
Cleared out. That's fucking old MLB.
We dug this target. It ended up being this bullshit.
Jeff Fox were these old fucking beer cans. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Our tip made a full spread.
Medline.
Dude, I wore this shirt and someone thought I was like a helicopter medic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you don't know what Medline is?
Cliff above the river. Way high up. The camera doesn't capture it.
I climb mountains with these fucking things.
They got Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism on. Well,
Supposedly the royal family, and if you put face first, you're gonna put.
you throw it wrapped up around here or something?
Yeah.
My brother was being goofy and he was going down a ladder. He was doing a flood control. And the ladder wasn't rung. So he slid down, he was upside down with his knee in the fucking ladder. Oh my god. In a fucking 10-foot hole in the center of a fucking Chicago street. Okay, so I just made it back out. What I effectively did was I went here, and then my cousin was like, go right, take the rightmost trail, so I did. He didn't tell me don't take this. Went all the way to here. And then, see how this terrain is just a fucking cliff? Once I was here, I kept trying to cut down, trying to cut down to this trail. I couldn't, no matter what I tried, because it's down in a cliff, ravine. There's no way down. So I tried to get down along this ridge. I couldn't. Came all the way back. Then hiked down to the river. We camped. We went to hot springs. And then I just walked this back, which looks like 2.8 twice plus 2, so 5.6 plus 2, 7.6 miles with heavy shit on my back. Oh, that was a rough one. And all we found was a beer can. Time to go back to the casinos. Yeah, so we're out here in the desert doing some desert things. The sun is bright. And my brother's getting his new rifle ready now. Okay, what is this?
This is a Diamondback DB15. It's effectively just an AR-15. We have the Romeo and Juliet optics on it. So this is our red dot, and this is our 3x magnifier. Our 3x magnifier can pop off to the left right there. And then in place of that, we can have our backup iron sights, as you can see. And then I also installed a different safety on it, because I'm a lefty. And it's a 45-degree throw on there. And then we're also rocking the Radian Raptor ambidextrous charging handle. So, should be fun. Shoot. I won't empty the whole mag. You can fire some more rounds from this.
Okay.
Pull it towards you. And while you pull it towards you, then flip it over. See? Just like that. get shots, right?
Yeah, that was good. All right, so we pasted her up, fixed her up with these little guys. Got the Nevada sun in the background on top of the ridge.
All right, you're live.
One arm.
Hell yeah. Cowboy.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you hit some metal.
Do it. That was the classic cowboy sound.
Hell yeah.
Did you hear that?
Wow.
All right. I know I've been not posting any vlogs in a while, but a lot has still been happening. The action's been sizable. I'm actually stuck from my previous all-time high. It was like January flipped and I just fell off a cliff. I'm stuck $28,000. Just been running pretty bad for about 210 hours of very bad run bad. But life is really good. I am a dad as of November. That's part of the, I got pretty busy with that, so that's part of the reason I haven't really been making videos. Yeah, just a lot going on. I'm very busy with doing the gambling thing. And I had met, so basically I had went to San Diego, and someone had basically approached me and said, "Hey, you have a YouTube channel, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I have a YouTube channel." And yeah, he said he really liked my stuff, and then I bumped into him again in Las Vegas, and he's like, "Come on, man, when's the next video? When's the next video?" So anyway, when I went to San Diego, I had laid a lot of action, which created a little bit of small free play offers and stuff like that. And on the West Coast. And what I'm doing today is I'm embarking on a trip to Laughlin, Palm Springs, and the mountains or foothills north of San Diego. I might go into San Diego proper, depending on how much energy I have left and how the trip goes. But right now, I've got offers in all those spots, all three of those towns, and I'm gonna go for a gambling road trip and see what happens, basically. Hopefully make some money while I'm on the road. And for me, I've always found that these trips tend to help me just see from a good perspective. Just there's something about just going and playing spots that you don't usually play that makes you feel a little refreshed. So hopefully find some spots, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I actually have to go to Fontainebleau on the way out because they have this spinny wheel game that you can win up to $2,000, or it's like you picking like little pots, and if you get 10 of them, you get $2,000. And I took a play at Fontainebleau last night that I believe generated enough coin in to play the mini game. So hopefully I can get a little kickback there. So yeah, welcome to, I'm not sure what episode number this is, but welcome back to Living on the Edge vlog. And I hope you enjoy this trip to California with me, and I hope that we can catch some good action. I'm getting on the highway now, so I'm gonna cut this. Okay, so that mini game, I didn't qualify for it. I still need a certain amount of coin in, so I'm just gonna, I have till February 6th on that, so I just have to remember to come back here and do another session before February 6th, and I'll get to play the mini game for 2K, hopefully. So now, Laughlin. Florida is coming to Vegas, and it is very large. Wow. Thing's gonna be huge. The one in Miami or wherever that is, it has like laser beams as the strings. It's pretty cool. All right, so Railroad Pass in for 300, out for 415. They basically, I had a little bit of free play. Yeah, they gave me $20 of free play there from, I guess, last time I swung through. I found one good play, made some money, ripped the free play, turned the free play, the $20 free play into like 30-something dollars of real money. And I have a $20 food credit that expires in 7 days. So on the way back, I might try their steakhouse. And then, yeah, so that's it. We're off to a great start because we made $115 already just on a quick stop. All right, we're at the Terrible's Chevron McDonald's combination gas station, and yeah, and that's why we go off the beaten path. I'm in for 4. Took this thing in the 1700s and lost in the 1700s. All right, I took $109 out of the machines in the gas station. So 2 quick stops on the way to Laughlin, and we're already up $224. So that is a great start, and I like when things start good. So what you have right here is called the Laughlin Strip. I'm descending upon the Laughlin Strip, and I did just get a speeding ticket right after winning the money at the Chevron gas station. And yeah, so never celebrate early. Never say things are going good, because especially in gambling, it seems like just don't jinx your ass. So I am gonna have to go to court. I told the officer that I thanked him for his service, and I told him I appreciate him swearing an oath on the United States Constitution and upholding it. And he basically made a 32-mile-an-hour 32 over into like a 5 or 10 over. So at least he didn't give me reckless driving. I'm leaving Harrah's. I was in for 5, out 3:16. So that set us back. Like, now I'm just gonna rip through the Laughlin strip as fast as I possibly can, basically. Yeah, this is the Harrah's. This is where I like to stay when I come down here. They got some nice big rooms, suites, kind of like 1-bedroom apartments. They're, I think I posted a short on it once. Their tubs have actual jets, which is surprisingly rare. Yeah, I like this place. Really, it has a special place in my heart. I just wish they had good food at night. The steakhouse has pretty good seafood, which is kind of an oxymoron, but not really, because steakhouses always have good seafood. But it's only open, I think, on the weekends, so it's really hard to get good food here. It actually, Laughlin in general, after about 9 or 10 p.m., it's pretty much impossible to get quality food. You're usually stuck with like getting a Subway sandwich at fucking Aquarius. Okay, next one. So I took some videos of this place last time I was here. It's totally a weird place. They got this arcade. They have a collection of pinball machines, and this is actually themed the same as the Hoover Dam Lodge Casino, where there's like a Mexico themed mini casino. There's a Asian mini casino. There's like it's basically the Twilight Zone of gaming. And there's even a pachinko, but it's not, I don't think you can really play, but super weird. And then you know, just got Mortal Kombat just sitting in the corner. And then all you gotta do is go through a door. Here you go. And all of a sudden, you're in Mexico or Cuba or whatever, right? So we just went from Japan to Cuba. We got faux fireplaces. Oh, here we go. Here's our money. All right, I'm leaving Twilight Zone Bizarro World. In for 3. In for 3. Boom. Just gotta do that to this place like 20 times to get even on them. Can't shit on plus 326. It's funny, the thing about speeding tickets is my dad always called the jackpot paperwork a speeding ticket, and that's his what he calls it. But like today, we're not getting, you know, those are the good speeding tickets. Those are the good kind. The casino's saying, slow down, stop winning so much. Those are the good ones. But the ones that you get in your car, those are no good. So let's get some good casino speeding ticket paperwork. And we're off to a good start. I do need to eat something though, because it's already 11 p.m. almost, and like, yeah. There's Golden Nugget. I'm trespassed from, so I just avoid it. And quite frankly, I think their game selection in Laughlin sucks. Tropicana. I had $30 of free play. I'm in the game for 100. Pop. Main diner is closed. All right. Maxi 4X. Maxi 4X one time. Or grand. Okay. Little mini on the end. All right, so I'm getting ready to get some food and then leave this place. We're up 178. All right, so Tropicana made me a burrito without meat. And we took 100 something. I forgot the number, but we're up like, I think we're up like 6 on the trip. A couple more casinos I want to do here in Laughlin, and then I'm thinking about driving to Palm Springs. All right, here we are, the Aquarius. I know that there's $90 of free play waiting for me. And a bunch of my favorite games. And I have a burrito in my stomach, which is gonna help. Hopefully. The real question becomes, after this and Edgewater, if I actually brave the 3.5 hour drive into Palm Springs, and then I can stay. I have a 2-night comp at Morongo. Or do I use the comp that I have here to sleep and then go to Palm Springs in the morning? That is the question. But I'll figure that out after I do this casino and this other one next door. All right, walked right up to this and we got a $90 free roll. Only in Laughlin, only in these rural places do you walk up to spots like this. And the fact that I walked up to this spot means this whole casino might have some action. So, gotta do a pretty systematic comb through. Oh, there it goes. And that is the end. Pretty sure this, yeah, the owners of this Golden Entertainment, and I'm pretty sure they let you take your free play back. Yes. So I still got $75 free. All right. So still inside Aquarius, and the start to the road trip just got even better, because we hit a minor on a $1 denom, and No more hand pay at 1200, so we get to just keep ripping it. Oh, internal policy. So now we're cooking with gas because I picked this up while this one's getting hand paid. It's like some internal procedure. They don't, I'm not getting taxed on it, which is good. I'll turn this camera back on in case something cool happens. Okay, I got up in Aquarius for 7. I came out 26:16. Sorry, 26:17. So almost a 2K win at Aquarius. Wow, that was really nice. I was finding a bunch of great stuff. I was free rolling the shit out of them at first, but then I had to start buying in because I was finding some pretty big spins. And then that means that, I don't know, Laughlin's been the best I've ever seen it, so in a while or ever. So I feel like I have to do Edgewater now and Riverside for sure because I'm finding stuff. Yeah, let's keep it going. So that was 2, and then, so yeah, I think I'm up like 25 and change, maybe close to 26. So that's great. That's 10% almost of our downswing. I just got to do what I just did 10 times, and we'll be back to even. All right, let's find more. Let's go. And this is the Riverside. And they have a really interesting blackjack pit that I do want to play at some point. This is Aquarius behind us. That's where we just left. But this blackjack pit, I'll take a video while I'm in here. It's really unique. It has this big panoramic glass wall that looks out over the river. And it's just like, it's just very unique. Riverside's not very big, so I'm happy that this won't take me very long. And then I think I'm going to backtrack to Edgewater. I skipped that one, but since I'm finding stuff, you know, start running good. I don't know. At this point, it's starting to feel like it might be spending the night in Laughlin. I don't know if I want to drive 3.5 hours. It's one of those things where it's like, if I was running bad and Laughlin was dry, I would just be like, fuck it, let's go to Palm Springs, right? But since I'm running decent and I'm finding stuff, you know, why not keep doing that? Hard to see it now, but in the daytime you can see the river, and in the daytime it looks super cool. Okay, so we're in this Don Laughlin's for 1. We're out 139, so yeah, that's a good thing. I think we're, so I don't know, I'm gonna have to redo the numbers, but I think it's like 1 or just, I just made $39. I don't know, whatever the fuck, add that to the 2,500 or whatever. These trees are cool. Trying to get organized. I got my Laughlin player cards, my California player cards, and then I got all my other player cards I use on a regular basis in Vegas. And so if I carried them all on me, it would actually be too much. So I'm starting to create these folders for my different cards. This is where we're going next. I skipped this one, but I feel like with the action, I have to go back. So this is more Golden Entertainment, same owners as Aquarius. They don't got a lot of stuff in here, so it's gonna be quick. And There's technically one more really tiny one I could go to after this. I'm starting to lean heavily towards staying the night in Laughlin and driving to Palm Springs in the morning. But again, we'll see. Maybe I'll get a burst of energy. I'd be checking into the hotel at like 5 a.m. So I'm probably here for the night. Not here, but Harrah's with the jacuzzi with jets. All right, I have $10 of free play here. And I can't find a play. What the fuck? How much money did I just bet? That was my free play. I don't know what's going on, but I got a blackjack, so that's good. Okay, I made $24. Didn't find any plays, just ripped my free play on the blackjack. I'm actually kind of confused. No, I found one play. I found a Golden Egypt. It was like 25 cents a spin. And then, I don't know, I saw there was a Regal setup, but the guy looked like there's no way he's quitting that game. No, something kind of crazy happened there. So I was checking the machine, and I thought I had a small ticket in my hand. Really, I had played the Golden Egypt with a $100 bill, and so I'm holding this 101. It was like a $101 ticket, and I go to rip my free play in that blackjack machine because there's nothing else to play it, and just get out of there. And I put the $100 ticket in, and I hit max bet. I played a $100 hand of blackjack by accident, and I pushed with the dealer blackjack over blackjack. So, but I don't know how I made the $24. I have no idea how I made $24 in there. No clue. I know I started with 100 and I ended with 124, and at one point I misclicked in a $100 hand of blackjack. No clue how I have 24 right now. So, okay. There. Oh, I can see it there in the distance. Pioneer Place. It's tiny. I'm gonna go do it because it's the only thing left besides Golden Nugget, where I'm not dealing with Golden Nugget, because if I hit a hand pay there, they're gonna fucking give me shit and trespass. Well, I'm already trespassed from all Golden Nuggets. I just don't want to deal with that shit. Sots. I'm gonna go play some sots. Sots. This place is dead. There's like 4 cars. Last time I was here, there was a couple games. Someone's unhappy with the result of their random number generator. Yeah, there we go. All right, yeah, there was nothing in there. No plays. Took me about 5 minutes to check. And now I'm going to Harrah's, and I'm gonna do another lap there because there was some stuff getting juiced. Then I'm probably gonna get a room and count the money. All right, so this time they did not give me the badass 1-bedroom suite. They just gave me this simple room, which is absolutely fine because it has advanced technology. And yeah, I'm tired. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go scan the casino one last time, and then I'm gonna close my books. After all these trips to Laughlin, this place is becoming a pretty special little place to me. I really like it down here. It's just quiet. There's Arizona over there. So it's 1 p.m. I'm at the Harrah's Laughlin. Last night I did one more lap of the Harrah's and I lost 600 back. So I actually came out the day plus 2,000. It's just shy of 2,000. I have it written down. It's like, I think I came out plus 19 something. Yeah, so far on the trip we're up plus $1,917. And today we're gonna go to Palm Springs. I just made my in-room coffee. It's like a coffee appetizer before the better coffee. And hopefully I can get all the way to San Diego tonight because I have some promotions that I want to do that expire. But there's always a chance that Palm Springs might be so good that I have to stay longer than I think. Either way, there's still good stuff in San Diego. It's just I lose a little bit of it if I don't get there tonight before midnight. But I do have free rooms in Palm Springs as well, so there's optionality. The route I'm taking to Palm Springs is going to be pretty cool. It's like very backcountry. I'm not taking the normal highway. I don't think I took this. You know, I might have taken this route last time actually, but it was too dark to see it. So it'll be during the day, and hopefully we'll get some cool videos of some scenic desert landscapes. All right, let's get to it. All right. Finally got out of there. It took an hour. Shout out to Starbucks. Shout out to Trooper. They should be giving you lifetime supply of this with how much you advertise their product. I picked up this extra large Harris shirt. Wearing extra large now because of all the restaurants and because I don't know how to use a washing machine correctly, so I pretty much ruin all my clothes. And we're gonna head to Palm Springs, and yeah, keep in mind, people, like you can charge it to your room. Like this Starbucks, this t-shirt, just charge it to the room, but then make sure you ask on the way out for them to look at your play. Speaking of, I found plays this morning, a couple of spots, and I'm up $64 on the day with a new t-shirt and an iced Americano. So here we go. Let's go adventure into the wilderness. You know, before I drive miles, I like to do like a little inspection. I was a half quart low, so I did some oil. I like to just, there's been times in my life where this shit's gotten loose. Just check things out, make sure there's no visual issues. Make sure my my tire pressure's good. You know, I pretty much check out my car every time I get gas. I do an inspection. There's the Harris, we're leaving. And I have been having this growling noise under the firewall. And I thought it was my clutch, but it's actually not. It's my heater blower motor. So when I turn my heater on, I get this grind. So the heat's a little effed right now, but hopefully we won't need it. Recently just had my radiator and all these new hoses done. Literally replaced like almost every part on this car in the last few years. So yeah. See, 413,000 miles. In 7,000 miles, it's going to say 420. I got to take that picture. It's not the original motor. It's not the original transmission, but this thing's like actually kind of mint for just considering it's literally 20 years old, this vehicle. So I almost forgot about this spot. I've never been here before. friend of mine told me to check it out, and it was only 6 minutes off the route. It's called Avi, and I actually don't know what state I'm in, but there's a gas station with fireworks behind me, so I don't know. But allegedly the spot's pretty good. I don't see a modifier, so that's unfortunate. The play is over, and like a lot of times in slots, we're cheering if we break even. 800? I don't think that happened. Oh, practically break even. Okay, Ave was pretty good. I basically broke even. I took a couple small plays, made 40 bucks, took a big play, lost 40 bucks. So it was like dead even. I think I might have made $10 or something. I stopped because I had to take a leak on the side of the road. The sun's going down out there. This looks like it might be a mine, actually. This very well could be a mine. Maybe I should get out of here before they think I'm trying to steal their gold. Alright, so here we are at Fantasy Springs, Indio, California, east of Palm Springs. I just drove past another casino on the highway that I didn't know about called like Spotlight. So I am going to try that spot out. I'm going to backtrack a tiny bit after this because it's right there. And I'm hoping that I can make some money in here. All right, so I got the Fantasy Springs card and they gave me $40 new member free play. And look at this guy right outside of the restroom. Some stuff on the dime ball. And apparently they gave me free entries to the Corvette drawing that I will not be making it back for because it's like late February. Let's just super them and move along.
More power! It's alive! It's alive!
We're up in for 5. So this was the first game I ever learned from my friend Dan. And look at this. Dan, if you're watching this, I'm probably going to send you the link to this video. What in the hell is this? It's making me hungry. There's crabs. It's like the Furu Donghai. It's like the Chinese ocean magic. That was good. Now we're playing for 94.7 up top. It was like 18. So I'm leaving Fantasyland or whatever the fuck this place is called. I lost $230. At one point I was up $1,000, and I had a really, really awesome buffet. So gotta give it to them. Usually buffets are like, when you get fish at a buffet, it's usually dry, and this fish was cooked really well. And there were a couple guys talking at a table next to me about how he played his blackjack hand. He was asking his friend, oh, am I supposed to split the sevens against the seven? And I was eavesdropping on their conversation because I've just been in the car for a few hours driving. And so I just cut in and like interrupted their conversation. I'm like, yeah, you played it well. And then he kept telling me the hand, and he got the 11 and he doubled the 11. He got the 9 and doubled it, which is not a standard play unless, 9 versus dealer 7 to double is a, you want like a true count 4 or true count 3 if you're using the Colin Jones indices, I think. But, yeah, I was like, well, anyway, he got wrecked. He had $150 on each spot, and he split the sevens 4 ways with 2 doubles. So he got like 6 times 150, whatever, like $900 loss. He didn't scoop it. And now I'm just like interjecting into these guys' conversation, like, you played it right, sir. You played it right. But, yeah. Fantasy Springs, like I said, at one point I was up $1,000 on a buffalo. I hit a major on a buffalo, and then I just proceeded to get wrecked the rest of the spin. I'm going to go, hold on. Yeah, so I'm full of good food, good food. And it's 9 p.m., which is not good because, like, I still have 2 hours to San Diego, and I haven't even touched Morongo or Agua Caliente, and I got this other spot right across the highway that I've never played that I kind of want to check out. So I might have to miss out on a little something in San Diego, and just I kind of underestimated the scope of what I'm doing. Like, I'm finding good stuff in Palm Springs / Indio, and it feels wrong to just blast through here. I mean, I guess unless I went to San Diego tonight and then came back here tomorrow, it just feels wrong to just drive past a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna just see what I can do. I might end up staying here in Palm Springs. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, like on the day, I think I was up like 74 or something, 75. And then I lost 230, so whatever that number is. So I'm stuck like $150 or 160 right now. All right. Spotlight. This looks like a quick check. I see the Phoenix through the glass though. Who knows? I see, me personally, people are like, oh, I want to go to the Big Best Casino. It's like, yeah, all the other advantage players are there at the Big Best Casino with the best selection. It's these little off the strip places that, that's where your competition is not at. Double pop with a Phoenix. And the main feature. Yep, 648 on this Bizatch. Okay, out, well, in 500, out 1325 for a $825 profit. That was the first time in the whole trip that I bumped into a little bit of competition. And, you know, I've had, 12 casinos to myself now. This is the first one. And they were pretty dull. They were all going broke on a play and then calling in reinforcements, and 4 of these guys standing around this broke play, and right next to them I just went straight to a $1 denom and boom, there was a play. 4 guys, I don't want to go into exactly details of why they're dull, but I found 2 really big plays in the house and I fucking won both. So definitely not trying to, it's just more relaxed out here, I guess. People are just kind of messing around and kind of lazy, which is great. So the dilemma I'm having is that I'm making so much money that I don't think I should push through to San Diego because it's 2 more hours. And yeah, I'll get $200 more of free play, maybe a little bit more depending, but like if I'm making the money here, I'm making the money here, you know. So I just went to a place that's allegedly called Casino Miami, and there's nothing here. It's literally a strip mall. So I don't know if it used to be a small spot that is no longer, but this is not a thing. This thing's tiny. James Grosjean, one of the greatest advantage players of all time, was quoted as saying, "You gotta go where the cell phones don't work." The cell phones still work here, but this place is tiny. Like, it's so tiny, in fact, that it's basically the equivalent of the places that the cell phones don't work. So close enough. Yeah, decision has been made. I'm gonna spend the night in Palm Springs because I can't actually get to San Diego before midnight. So we're exploring every nook and cranny of Palm Springs now. There's games. I don't see any games I like though. But it is a casino. This is technically a casino. Ugh. 3 ball. Wake up. What was all that? Uh-oh. Is the hard one work?
Which one is it? Oh, no. Maybe people have to do a power reset.
It's okay. This is rocking, and apparently I broke the Buddha. I broke their Buddha machine. So they're working on that while I'm checking these out. All right, so I lost $202 inside of Augustine Casino. Now we're moving to Agua Caliente. My phone had died because I'm shooting all these videos, so I had to kind of give it a little charge. The next casino is like a half hour away. It's 11:30 p.m. already. Jeez. So definitely missing the some of the promos in San Diego, but just a little bit. There's still a lot of value, and yeah. So I stayed here to lose $200, and I lost $200 over there. But I don't know how much we're up on the day. I'm gonna have to go back through these videos, but I imagine it's like, I think we were down 150, then we were up like $8 825, and then we were down 2. So whatever like 825 minus 350 is, it's like 475. I bet you we're up around that 475, 500. So it's good. And the night's still young. And at Agua Caliente, I'm gonna go pick up a $250 free play right now. So that'll give us an edge. All right, let's get over there. And there's 3 locations. I was gonna go to all 3. I'm not gonna go to all 3 because I know the biggest one's big, and it's gonna take me a couple hours probably. And then I gotta do Morongo, which is fucking huge. And then I'm probably just gonna go sleep at Morongo because I got rooms there. You know what I like about Palm Springs and Indio and 29 Palms? I like how just normal they are. They just reek of normalcy. It's like, oh, and I recommend watch the movie Palm Springs. It's like a fucked up Groundhog Day. Without too many spoilers. That kind of is a spoiler. Shit. Maybe I won't put this in the video. But watch the movie Palm Springs. You'll know what I mean. There's a character in it, this old man who's just like, he just wants to go live in Palm Springs and just be left the fuck alone and just like live out his life. And I get it. Palm Springs is just normal. It's just so normal. Alright, so this is the Agua Caliente. This is the largest of the 3 locations. I played this one and one of the smaller ones last time I was here. I like this one's game selection the most, so I'm back. Yeah, let's win some money. And a double fish spot with $250 free roll. $250 free roll with a double fister. There's actually a few spots. There's 3 spots. So I'm in for 0. Up 22, in for 0 with 118 active. I got a mystery match. Give me a big one. Not a mini. I knew it. Just saying it. Just saying it. Yay. Alright, that took a long time, like many hours. It's 2 in the morning. I swung up and down 500 multiple times. Be up 5, down 5, up 5, down 5. And now we're gonna, I think, head to Morongo because I don't think I can get a room here. I'm hoping I can get a room at Morongo for free. But yeah, it was literally up 500, down 500, up 500, down 500. I think I did it 3 times. It's ridiculous, but good action. Made $100. Okay, so I made it to Morongo. Unfortunately, I'm running into some issues. One, my 2-night hotel offer is, well, the hotel's sold out. So the lady told me to try to call and try to book it again. The other issue is there's nowhere to eat inside there and there's nowhere to eat outside. So I don't plan ahead very well. No food, no lodging right now. We left Harrah's Laughlin at 1. Well, we checked out at 2 p.m. So it's almost 4 a.m. So I have been going for about 14 hours of driving and checking casinos. And Morongo's freaking huge. So I don't really want to check the whole thing, but I'm probably going to because I'm a completionist. I'm a side quest completionist. Now the good news is Harrah's, San Diego does have vacancy and will comp my stay. I haven't looked at the GPS yet, but it was 2 hours away a long time ago, so it's probably only like an hour and 20 or an hour and a half. So, yeah. Okay. Morongo.
Still play about like maybe 10 more minutes.
Oh, yeah, I'll be done in 10 minutes for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. They want to clean the area, and I'm like, yo, can you give me a second? I'm running a little hot here, baby. He's like, oh yeah, you can have 10 minutes. Joe, what do you think about the hit and run here? I think I'm gonna be forced to hit and run. They're like trying to take over this area to clean it. By the time the handpay gets here, I mean, we've got a 12-10 meter on a 10 cent. That just made the road trip worth it. Bingo, gin. Bingo gin. Electric bingo gin. Fucking 14 hours in. I started this day at 1 p.m. It is. Yeah, so I don't got a place to sleep and I don't got food, but I got $4,500. Never hit and run, but these guys are doing service on the machines and cleaning. So this is the one time I'm gonna hit and run ever, because that meter's at 1,200 and I just smoked the machine for 200 units. I never hit and run a machine. So this place is freaking huge. The camera probably doesn't do it justice. Like, I'm in one section right now, and I don't know if they care if I'm filming here, but whatever, I don't care. So it goes all the way back. Maybe I'll just do like a montage, speed up. Like a montage of me zigzagging through this fucking place and looking like a silver mining crackhead. Rubbernecking every setup. I pretty much checked this shit already, but you can see it just goes and goes. It's like a random end cap of Phoenix. I'm kind of walking down the center right now, so you're not seeing as much AP. There's like large areas of crap, and then there's these little pockets of AP. But yeah, you see, I mean, it just keeps going. Like, it's big. It's a big casino. And, oh, here's this fucker. I don't even want to play this game. What I really need to do is figure out where I'm sleeping, because I do not have a place to sleep. But if I have to drive to San Diego, which probably is exactly what I have to do, at least I have a little bit of adrenaline from winning, which will keep me awake. I don't even want to check these because I literally saw I saw a group of people working, and you know everyone checks their money balls. And I did check those earlier. So yeah, it just keeps going. I mean, like it's like a forest. It's like a forest of slot machines, you know. But yeah, the workers, you know, might have went home, but out of the whole road trip, this was the most people working that I've seen so far. But yeah, I mean, like, you can scan it this way. I mean, it's fucking huge. Like, we walked from way out in that corner just now. Okay, so I smoked them for $4,500, but then I lost some back. I used my points. I got a coffee and a bagel, and I booked a room at Harrah's, Southern California. I'm wearing my Harrah's shirt, and it's an hour and a half drive. So I am kind of tired, but I think I'm going to be okay for an hour and a half of driving with this coffee. And the next thing is we just have to hope that they let me check in early, because I'm getting there hella early at like, I'm going to be trying to check in at like 7 a.m. But I am a 7-star member, so I know that I'm pretty sure they allow early check-in. Hopefully the room is ready and like they're not booked out, right? Because then they would have to wait till 11 or 12 for checkout and cleaning. If that doesn't work, I think I have rooms at another casino over there. We'll see what happens. But right now, I mean, you can't get a room here at Morongo. I tried again; it's completely booked. And if you Palm Springs is tough. It's tough to stay here. You have to plan ahead. You can't just do this like fly-by-night shit that I do. It's funny, we are definitely creatures of habit, because here I am, 6 a.m. in the Morongo parking garage without any reservations or a place to sleep. Last time this happened, I just drove the car back to Vegas. I just did the 4.5 or whatever, 5 hours. I just did it. I just drove home. The difference is that time I was stuck $1,000 on Morongo, and this time I'm up 4.5 on their asses. So I feel a little better. Got them. All right, I have to get to Harrah's. I have to get to Harrah's. 1.5 hours. I need to buy gasoline, and my catalytic converter is doing some weird stuff. It's throwing codes every long distance. So I got my computer for my car's computer. I just cleared the cat codes. So I gotta clear the cat codes, I gotta check my oil, I gotta fill up my gas tank, and then I have to get to San Diego. Apparently this casino is like this people's Costco, because there's like this mega gas center outside of the casino. See, what I'm curious now is, can I use my casino points to buy this gas? Maybe it gave me a discount or something. I don't know. It had me. Yeah, it knows that I'm a casino member. All right, the gas pump didn't let me pay for my gas with points, but it did give me a discount, I think. Yeah, that's pretty cheap gas for California. And actually, I was able to get from Laughlin all the way to here and do all my driving around all of this area on one tank. And I still got, like, I burned a little oil, but not bad. So, all right, Morongo. Bye, Morongo. Bye. Bye, Morongo. Thank you for letting us use your super gas station. So yeah, the sun's coming up. I feel like just recently I was filming the sun going down behind that mountain range on the midway point between Laughlin and Palm Springs. Now the sun is up. So I was thinking a lot of times in these videos I'll like say all this stuff and then not explain it, and my friends and you all in the comments, you'll all be like, hey, could you like go into that more? So hit and runs. There's kind of two different philosophies about hit and runs in this game. I'm of a pretty strict anti-hit and run philosophy. But others think that it's okay, and I don't think it's mathematically or scientifically okay at all. But maybe it is. I don't know. I just did one out of circumstance, right? Because they basically were cleaning that area, and they literally, while I was waiting for my hand pay, they took me away, made me exit the area so they could do money boxes and clean the area. And my meter was at a point that was pretty break even. I didn't have a thick edge, but I had already taken, I think, over 200 units out of the machine. Now, that just happened to coincide with what I believe are actually decent parameters for the very, very, very rare time I might actually even consider hit and running, which is like, I don't know what the standard deviation of that machine's upside is, but like if you outperform it like one movement is kind of normal, right, statistically, but like if you outperform like 2 standard deviations on the upside and you're still like on a dead coin flip, fine, I get it, but my parameters are much higher than some other people that I believe, and I've seen this a lot of people have done this, and I've heard about this a lot, and I just here's why I think it's wrong. Okay. Because you're still in the spin. The reason that the entry point is set the way it is because we look at the whole spin. So here's my analogy. Here's how I think of a slot machine. I think of a slot machine as a coin flip. I don't think of the individual bets every time you press the button. I know that those early bets are all negative EV or negative expected value. And I know that duration is probably a key variable because the thing has to go a certain amount of time before you tip into the individual bets actually being plus EV. And then when you combine all of it together, all the early bets that are negative EV and all the later and middle bets as the state progresses and gets better, you get the overall picture. So this is not the same as hit and running a poker game or like hit and running a blackjack game because you had a hot shoe and now you're just like, you know what, I'm just going to take this money and leave. It's very different. It's like leaving in the middle of a poker hand in a way, in my opinion, or leaving in the middle of a blackjack hand, or leaving, going with my analogy, leaving in the middle of a coin flip. You're basically like, the coin is weighted to you, say, 0.5% or so, and then it's flipping through the air, and there's an average amount you're going to win, and there's an average amount you're going to lose, and the average amount that you're going to win is a little bit higher, basically, over time. And then while the coin's flipping through the air, you're just renegotiating with the counterparty, and you're just going like, wait, hold on, before this coin lands, let's just like renegotiate. The problem is that most of those early spins are negative EV. So like you're not you're just gambling in a lot of ways at that point, because you're taking something that was negative EV, you're firing, you're getting the big payout, and then you're not realizing the entirety of the cycle. And like the whole cycle from start to finish is one hand. It's not that one time you press the button and you smoke the machine for 200 units. That's not the cycle, right? So it's like leaving while the coin's flipping through the air, and I think it's no good. But that was weirdly a good friend of mine and I were talking about this today, and I literally told him, I don't know, 200 units, and it's like on the fence. Well, there's another variable, and they're cleaning the area and changing the machines out. So they literally kicked me off the machine basically after they paid me. They didn't even give me the choice to play it anymore. So I guess that's one of the hit and runs I did. I did it once with a Voodoo too. I hit, and my other good friend saw this. I hit some jackpot on the Voodoo, and then I looked at the spot. It was just so dead even. But my thresholds for this are very high, like so high that it probably only happens once or twice a year that I would do this maneuver. I don't think I explained that well at all, but main takeaway is like the reason the entry math is the way it is because it's considering the entirety of the cycle. And I was thinking about it more. It's like, if you want ways to like stabilize like your profit, there's other ways to do that besides walking away from a plus EV situation. And you know, like I had said earlier to my friend, I was like, if you're gonna walk away from that spot because you're up, you know, 20 to 50 units or whatever, or 50 or more units, and that's like real money to you or whatever, then in my opinion, you should have never played, you should never start playing the machine in the first place. You know, you play a cycle to see the cycle through. Otherwise, it's almost like, it's like getting money into the pot on the turn and then telling your opponent, actually, hey, let's do a chop where I take 70% of the pot and you don't have to sweat the river, you know, or whatever. It's like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Also, the thing I kind of was thinking about is like, I drive around trying to find this EV. So to walk away from it just doesn't make any sense to me. Because tomorrow I'm going to be walking around for 10 hours looking for those spots again. And just the day before I walked away from one of those spots, it doesn't make any logical sense that I'd then be going and walking around looking for that spot again when I abandoned that spot the day prior. Now there is one situation. Say you're in a borderline situation, but then your friend calls you and he's like, hey, next door there's a machine that's like in a great state, super juicy, but I can't hold it for you. I gotta run. Okay, you gotta be here in 5 minutes. Okay, are you gonna spend your time and money and variance exposure on the shitty spot, or like if there's a better thing right now, then yes, by all means, you should drop the thing that's not as good and go do the thing that's better. But if you don't have an immediate replacement, I just don't see the point. But I just hit and ran, and now I have $4,500 in my pocket. So, and that machine could have taken all that back from me. It's just a cognitive dissonance thing for me. And honestly, I would have probably played it out if those guys hadn't kicked me out of the section to clean or whatever. So I'm gonna have to edit the shit out of that. All right, so another thing is like another topic amongst me and my friends, because we're all gamblers, is like variance and, you know, growth of wealth over time. You know, we're not in a world where we have infinity money and infinity time. We're finite beings. So the math might show like in an infinite space what's optimal, but that's often not optimal for finite time windows, whether it's a person trying to pay their rent each month or a person with a 5-year horizon goal. It's still finite time, and you want to optimize growth of wealth over time, or whatever window of time you're working with, right? So like in blackjack, when I would run simulations in CB data, it's like I would see a tremendous impact to growth over time and sort of its relationship with bankroll, with like a 0.5% edge difference, right? So like a lot of times you don't pump the gas at true one. You actually start putting in the bets at true two, even though maybe you have a minuscule edge at true one. And in some games with really crappy rules, you don't even have an edge at T1. You just have to wait for two. But I played with the Sims, and I remember it was pretty profound impact to that relationship of your time and your money and how it's growing over that time frame and the risk it's exposed to. I had someone I worked with in the past who, we don't work together anymore, but he was trying to say variance. He had this very like totalitarian philosophy of like variance costs money, like repeat after me, variance costs money. And I don't think that that's true, although I actually think it's kooky, but to play devil's advocate on myself, you could say that if a variance costs time and time equals money, well then when you're wasting time, you're wasting money, and variance is sort of you wasting money, I guess.
In 2 miles, continue on to I-215 South.
I think it's more just like if you could take a thing that just goes on like a staircase 45-degree angle up day after day, and at the end of a year it produces the same amount of dollars as the thing that swung like a fucking I don't know, like a swing like a crazy zigzag line drawn by a crazy person. Like it's like, well, you would probably take the more consistent money, because at the end of the day, they're the same. You're making the same. You know, the thing about the high variance play is that, like, you're making a lot of theoretical money maybe, but like maybe you're making less actual dollars, because you got to get, or you know, you're not actualizing them. You're not getting real dollars. But you're generating a ton of theoretical dollars when you're doing it. You still got to get a lot more lucky than the guy with the 45-degree angle play, whatever that play is. So, but then the argument becomes like, yeah, but what if the guy swinging like crazy makes a little bit more, you know, a year than the guy with the 45?
Continue on to I-215 South.
Then what? Like, how much more? $1 more per year? Like, you know, where's that line?
For about 20 miles, continue straight.
And then the other subject is, which I was talking with another friend who I consider the best backgammon player that I've ever met, and a really strong player in the sports world. And he, you know, he told me, he's like, no, you got the right idea. He's like, you want a solution to variance, it's more volume. Like, literally, you want to remedy variance, just increase volume. Simple solution. You know, you might increase your very short-term movements. Wow, I'm in California because people are driving like psychopaths. You might increase your short-term swings, but your medium-term actually gets smoothed out. It's like the guy that plays like a nit at the poker table. He thinks he's actually, you know, protecting his money by waiting for aces or whatever. And it might look good for a long time because he's just like avoiding all the marginal spots. He's only taking thick spots. It looks great. It looks like his graph is just going up until he starts getting unlucky and he just starts like getting cooler. He will actually take really big downswings, the super net. Or maybe they won't be violent downswings, but they'll be like, it's like he needs the cards to make the money, right? Like, he needs to hit and he needs to hold up to make the money. He's putting in far less bets than the guy that's, you know, opening looser, you know, and barreling, right? Like, the guy that's barreling and opening looser, sure, his strategy might be like more vulnerable to short-term money loss, but the volume that he's putting in is going to like smooth things out actually far more than the nit. Like, obviously you could go deep into that with actually talking about poker strategy, but I'm just trying to illustrate a point that the person that plays tight to the vest, yeah, he might feel secure until like he just stops getting aces and kings and he starts getting cracked, and he's fucked because he's got nothing else producing the income, right? So it's like, you know, the guy, the super wide, you know, the lag tard is like, you know, making money in all these other ways. So he doesn't need the cards, you know. And short term, the loose guy is gonna be going, and the tight guy's gonna be going, burp, burp, burp. But when the tight guy runs out of cards, he's gonna be like, ah, and the loose guy's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Trees, green stuff. Gosh, ain't that nice? So I'm actually driving past a lot of the Target casinos, Pala, Palma, Pachanga, all the P's, because Harrah's is down the mountain. So we're kind of at the top of the mountain right now, and this is, I call this like the strip. Yeah, I call this like the San Diego strip. And at the top of the mountain is Pachanga. Then you come down the mountain and you go past all these other spots. I'm actually tempted to stop at Pala real quick and rip some free play just because why the fuck not? I'm awake right now and I have to pee. Still got like 30 minutes of this windy shit to get down to Harrah's, so maybe take a little break, stretch the legs. Yeah. Some pretty stuff. I gotta figure out a way to mount the phone so that I'm not driving dangerously. Because this would be pretty cool to do like a speed montage. Excuse me. Look at the valley. I would love to longboard down this actually. All right. That was on a free play. That's infinity ROI. That's taking a pee stop at Pala on the way. Oh. I think the free play is probably through by now. Yeah. All right, Paula. Thanks for the $700 pee break. I have to come back here later this afternoon though for sure, because if I don't, it's gonna look really bad for my average daily theoretical, because I basically just came, ripped the free play, 700, boom, done. Good news is I think I have till like 4 a.m. Somewhere between 4 and 6 to get the rest of the coin in, to so that I'm not just like looking super opportunistic, even though I am super opportunistic. By the way, I just did a quick count in my head. It looks like we're at that was 16 casinos in 2 days, and we have to be up more than $7,000. So I'm gonna count the money when I get checked into the hotel, and then I'll have a update to our running total for the road trip. Gotta give it to this place for prettiness. Big green rolling hills. This is Palma. I'm just trying to clear some free play real quick, and then get to my hotel. I'm gonna give better. We're coming back to all these places later today, so I'll give better like views of them then. Yeah, these guys mailed me a loss rebate. So I got pretty beat up here, and they said, they're like, you're a new member, so you get this loss rebate. So let's see if we can convert it. I'm actually getting like FOMO right now because I know last night was Friday night and it's 9 in the morning and I'm like the first one out probably in these casinos, but I cannot check another 5 casinos. I've been awake for 20 hours. I'm just gonna, like just now I couldn't do my loss rebate at Palma because the rewards desk wasn't even open yet. Or it's 8:30, it opens at 9. I'm not waiting a half hour. I definitely just gotta get to a room, and we can save all this for this afternoon. All right, I'm in the Harrah's. It's funny, this is the 13th floor, and concierge was like, are you okay with floor 13? I'm like, yeah, been awake for over 20 hours. I don't care what number floor I'm on. Plus 13 is actually lucky in gambling. Deep tub, shower, and it's very nice actually. But look at this. Wow. Green stuff. And one of my favorite things about hotel rooms is this guy. Especially when you're winning. Especially when you're tired and winning. Yeah. And that looks so nice. Alright, this is a $200 free roll. Gotta pop it, right? Yeah. Fat balls. Fat balls. Oh, that's good. Got the free play out. Hey, now I get to go to bed. I've been awake for 22 hours. And of course I had to go play downstairs. I made another 338 on the free play there. And the final number it's 5,789. That's today's number. So that's a very good thing. And then the total, so that's day two's number, but then the total trip number is 7796. That's the total trip, positive 7796, and barely scratched the surface of San Diego. So I'm gonna get some sleep, and then when I wake up, I'm gonna do all of San Diego, and maybe even some stuff south of here that I've never explored